Jeremiah, thanks for a few minutes today.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, if you have a question for Jeremiah, please use the raised hand button and we'll get to you here momentarily. First one today will come from Andrew Jones.
Hey, Jeremiah, have you been a little bit antsy leading up to the game about whether or not it'll be played, given the way things have played out with some other bowl games?
Yeah, I mean, these past couple of days, past week has been really crazy. I mean, you saw NC State, it was like, what, 3 or 4 hours before the game, 5 hours before the game gets canceled. And yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of weeks. But the guys on the team, we've just been working day to day, going practice. And I think we're focused on the goal at hand, even though everything around us is, getting canceled. A lot of bowl games get canceled, but I think we've done a great job with COVID over the past 2 years, not getting ourselves in trouble, not having a lot of people on the team testing positive. And I think we'll be ready to go tomorrow. I think everybody's focused on the game.
Do you think the fact that you guys have handled it well and haven't had a bunch of positive tests has kind of made it a little bit easier mentally going into this game, figuring that it's going to be played?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the point you made. Everyone on the team knows we've handled so good over the past 2 years, and then we have so many people on the team vaccinated. I think we're at a really good point. If anybody's going to play a bowl game in this bowl season that we're having, it's going to be North Carolina.
Oh, thank you.
Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremiah. Last year, ahead of the Orange Bowl, you guys didn't get to do many of the activities that typically come with a bowl game. How fun has it been this week to get to do some of the stuff like the NASCAR and the shopping and those types of things?
Oh, it's been really fun, especially to see some of like the freshmen and sophomores' faces when they get to really endure like a bowl game. The freshmen last year didn't really get to endure the Orange Bowl, so them as sophomores coming up this year, seeing all the activities we're doing, we're like, hey, why didn't we do this last year? Like, why weren't we going around? Like, bro, we had COVID, like we couldn't do all this like we did, like we're able to do this year. And no, it's been fun. It's been fun to go on the shopping spree. It was I feel like the funnest time I've had was getting in the NASCAR the other day. I think the whole team had a ball. Even the staff members had a ball out of that.
And you're almost 24 hours away from your final college game in Chapel Hill. Has the weight of that kind of weighed on you yet?
I don't think it's really set in yet. I think for me, it always sets in like right when it's when the event's about to take place. And then just for it to really go around full circle, for me to get my not first college game, but my first start ever to be in Charlotte. And then for my last game ever as a Tar Heel to be in Charlotte, I think that's really cool too.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Okay, let's go to Ben Briner.
Hey, Jeremiah, how's it going? I wanted to ask, what kind of stands out with this Gamecocks offense? What kind of pops off the film when you look at it? And also, were they a team that recruited you at all?
Yeah, South Carolina was a team that recruited me out of high school. But they kind of got to me at the end of my high school career. I think they offered me either the end of my senior year or when my senior year was over. I believe they offered me. They got to me a little bit later in recruiting. But on their offense, I think what that makes their offense really good is their route concept. They have an NFL based route concept. So we really have to sit down in position meetings and really talk about all our coverages and how you're going to play every single route concept out of your coverages. And then, with Coach Bateman being our DC, we like to heat up the pressure. So, that's just another conversation you have to have with their route concepts. And then they run a lot of bunch squeeze concepts in the boundary into the field. And that's another conversation you have to have is when they're playing in a bunch set instead of just playing a normal spread. So I think what makes them different than a lot of teams that we played this year is that they're really a based NFL route concept team. I think the only team we've really faced this year that had like an NFL based route concept was Notre Dame, and they did a really good job. So from this week's really been focusing on their route concepts, and then they have a really good back in the backfield who likes to run hard between the tackles. So stopping the run and then being able to stop the route concepts they have is the big key.
Ben, you go ahead again.
Well, I just had a quick follow-up, which was just How does, I guess, an NFL-based route concept differ from what you guys more normally see?
Well, NFL-based route concept, it comes with a lot more high lows, a lot of more 5 out with the running back coming out of the backfield low, or maybe even him chip releasing the tight ends. The tight ends might stay in the block, but then they chip release, and a lot of their big explosive plays are sometimes just a check down. Maybe the running back's blocking, and then the linebacker wants to add in, and then the running back chips out and he's wide open. He'll catch the ball and get up the field for a 20-yard explosive yard gain. So I feel like that's the big difference that we haven't seen from a lot of teams is, their chip releases and then their high-low concepts they have out of their route tree.
Okay, let's go over to Adam Smith.
Jeremiah, when you were talking earlier about, it being crazy with bowl games getting canceled and what happened with NC State, like what was you guys like sort of generic or as a group reaction to what happened to the Wolfpack? I mean, I guess it's one thing for a game to get canceled a day or two before, but that obviously was within hours of kickoff. I mean, did you guys talk about that? Like, this is pretty wild, like specifically the Wolfpack?
It's funny you say that, but the thing is, for us, we really weren't too surprised. I mean, this day and age right now with COVID, I feel like we think anything's, possible. Luckily, we get to play early in the morning tomorrow, so we're going to be able to get the game off early and having, any issues occur throughout the day. Yeah, I mean, the team we were kind of in a little bit of shock, but I mean, we know with COVID, I mean, anything's possible. And we've just been keeping to the protocols, keeping our mask up, keeping our distance, and then, just really staying on top of everything. I think we've done a great job with COVID, and I think we're going to be able to finish the season out strong.
Thank you.
CL Brown, go ahead.
Jeremiah, kind of piggybacking off of that. You guys have been obviously dealing with this for the past 2 seasons. When can you relax and feel comfortable like that the game is actually going to take place? Like, when will you actually allow yourself to believe that?
Well, right now, I strongly believe like we're going to play. I mean, we're a day out. I'm pretty sure, I know it's like SEC rules 3 days before the game, like SEC teams have to test like the whole team to make sure they're good 3 days before the game, and they got their test in and they haven't had any problems. They haven't reported anything to us. So I think, about 24 hours out from the game right now, I think we can safely say that we're probably going to play the game. But like we said before, with NC State getting canceled 4 hours before the game, anything's possible. But right now we're focused, like we're pretty sure, like we're 100% sure that we're going to play. And I think it's just the mindset of the players. Like, you should never have like in the back of your head like doubt of playing or not, because I feel like that's going into the game. Most of the time in bowl season, the teams who win are the teams who's most ready to play on that day. So we just have to stay ready and be ready to play.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremiah, that's the last one we had for you. Thanks for a few minutes today.
Yep. No